Makadini kova namwari inizita rangu ndoitwa Moses Ganyani ndinogara South Africa, Cape Town. Ndakauya kuno South Africa muna 2009 February, and since then I've only been to Zimbabwe 2 times. The first time was exactly 10 years after I came here. So in February 2019 I was in Zimbabwe. That is when I made my passport. It was not my plan to come here to South Africa, and I was very, very young back then. I was only 15 years, and I had a friend whom I'm not going to say by name, but that friend of mine, I got to Botswana. He's a Zimbabwean, but I got to Botswana. He was going on and off Botswana. He was about 16 or 17 years as well. So his parents was in Botswana, or his parents were in Botswana rather. So every time when this friend of mine comes to Zimbabwe, he would be looking nice, neatly dressed, he would come with many bags, many clothes and all that. And since his parents knows my parents, he convinced me, since I was his best friend, convinced me to say, Moses, let's go to Botswana together. And I said, there's no way my parents are going to allow me to continue Botswana anyway, because I'm only 15 and I'm about to go into Form 4. I was completing my Form 3, then I was about to enter into Form 4. That began a process of trying to convince my parents, I remember throughout that December and January, to let me go to Botswana. And my parents did not want. They said, yes, we know these people. Yes, we know the parents of this young man. They are very good people, but there's no way we are going to allow you to go to Botswana. But remember, not 2008, because we're just getting into 2009. Not 2008, things were very bad in Zimbabwe. The economy was bad. That is the time, I think, by chance my beer checks millions. One beer check would be 1 million and all that. There was nothing back home. We were not going to school. Teachers were not coming to school. They were on strike. So because of that, now my parents wanted me to go to school, so they ended up giving in. They said, okay, you can go to Botswana, but on condition that every 3 months you'll be coming back. So you are going to Botswana primarily to go to school, but since you know how to play keyboards and all that stuff, you might find something to do there, that can give you some money, because that was what my friend was doing. And my parents would be sending me money also, maybe a little bit, just to aid with what I would have gotten, and then fund my studies, because even them too, financially, they were not doing so well. So my parents finally gave in February, and then we left for Botswana, myself and my friend. Guys, little did I know that this friend of mine, best friend of mine at the time, was a devil incarnate. Because from the day I left the house to the day we separated, myself and that guy, it was hell, people of God. Yes, we had moments that we loved and all that, but he was very childish, in terms of he was short-tempered, and he would just get angry with you for no reason and all that. And he liked to joke around too much. And me, I was already mature, although I was 15. So I didn't really like his person. He was my best friend growing up, so I thought maybe he's the same guy that I know. Only to find out that no, he's not the person that I knew. I found out that about that as early as the first day we left for Botswana. But then my desire to go to a new country was greater than my fear of being with this rude guy. So we went to Botswana, but we didn't get to Botswana though. We had to go to Kwavaka, Yereko Plum Tree, Kwegera Maivaki, because Maivaki relocated from Gweru to Plum Tree. So we needed to pass through Plum Tree before we can cross into Botswana. I didn't have a passport, remember, because there was no way I could have gotten a passport. My passport was in Zimbabwe in 2008. It was tough. So I was hoping to cross the border by jumping with him, because he was also jumping, and he was always doing that every time he goes to Botswana, to and from Botswana. So we went to Maruzeva Kwamaivake. Then after that, he just changed his mind. He spoke with his sister on the phone. His sister's in South Africa. She was married in South Africa. So after speaking to his sister on the phone, he changed his mind. He said, Moses, we are now going to South Africa. Remember, I did not notify my parents that I will be going to South Africa. What they knew was that I will be going to Botswana and I will be coming back home maybe every 3 months. Ah, I said South Africa. Okay, let's go to South Africa then. This guy, he lied that he had money for us to use, you know. So I believed him. So I realized earlier on that no, the guy doesn't actually have money. So I did as road. We stopped the truck that carried us back to Bulawayo, and from Bulawayo to Bait Bridge. She goes from Bait Bridge. We takapinda mota yamalaicha, then we swapped the phone that he had kuti vana malaicha vanotisvitsa kumujobek vatingibira vana malaicha vavo vatipinza mukabhaki back seat. But let's go. So we started for Joburg, at least so we thought. And it was raining. It was at night in Bedbridge, so we were going around and round and round. And those guys said, "Okay, guys, we have taken you to the South African side. Now you can drop off." Little did we know that they were just going rounds and rounds, but we were still in Bedbridge. So we dropped off in the rain. They dropped us off in the rain. It was flooding actually in Bedbridge that day. The rain was up to my. We walked to the border and we slept there. You know, we slept there. We were cold. We were soaking wet. It was very bad. It was a very bad situation. Well, thank you so much for watching. This is just the beginning of my story. And just so that you know, I'm now married and mkazi wangu ni Congo, not Congo DRC, but Congo Brazzaville. So yeah, she's your Makoti and she loves Zimbabwe. We are planning to go to relocate to Zimbabwe. We're still working on how we can go about it because the condition in South Africa currently is hostile. Please like and subscribe. See you again on the second episode. Thank you so much for watching.